I've been expecting your arrival sometime today. Now let me stop playing. We about to play this game called Bahnsen Knights, bro. It looked really cool from the trailer. It's like a retro pixely game. It looked really cool though, so I'm not even gonna waste your time. Let's go ahead and get into this gameplay. Hold on. Hey, wait. Y'all don't want this. Hold on. I went to the store because I'm not poor. As my dad is, I say it's great. No, let me stop. No, look at it though. Alright, new game. Tip, remember to save your game for time. Don't want to lose your data. Episode 1. There's something heavy in the air. Kind of tension. It's not just silence that follows his pauses. It's expectation. The son of a person knows how to talk. Dozens of people listen to Tony's sermon with tears in their eyes. After each pause, they wait. Suspense making their pulses race. And Tony knows it. You notice the way he waits before starting certain lines. How he builds up the crowd's energy and makes the most of every silence. Although you've heard his speeches before, you can't help but notice that there's a certain magnetism in his words. You remember that before the storms, Tony had been a used car salesman. Did you know that the idea that heck is below... See, I can't read the flipping font. Wait. Did you know that the idea that heck is below us was etched into the Western subconscious by a 14th century poem? Bro? Yeah, I don't know if this is true, but cool fact. Tony claims that more than 500 years ago, the devil sat behind Dante Alighieri and dictated the verses of the Divine Comedy to him. You look around. You can feel the contained energy, and you know it won't be much longer. Where do you think the tornadoes that plague our county come from? Don't be fooled. You close your eyes and feel the hairs on your arms stand on end. Heck isn't below us. No, not beneath our feet. You crazy son of a person. Heck is above us all. Oh, shoot. What the heck? People recognize the end of the sermon and you feel like something finally breaks. A huge amount of energy gets released. The freak? And the clamor is deafening. You wonder if the same crowd could be heard over the passing of an F5 tornado. Trying not to draw too much attention, you walk away from the scene by strolling to the other side of the barn. Okay, lighting a cigarette, I guess. You light a cigarette and take a few drags. You can still hear them cheering. You grab your head. What were you thinking? You didn't infiltrate the Bahnsen Knights to analyze their leader's sermons. Oh, so they're the... Okay. Or Bahnsen. You need to know what happened to Cupra. Who the freak is Cupra? You think of your partner, of the work at the agency, all the beers you shared. Cupra is the godfather of your 3-year-old daughter. Okay. The day she was born, he promised that whatever happened to you, he would be there for her. You feel an emptiness in your stomach and try to think of something else. I still can't understand why you smoke that brand, Boulder. Tony, you're startled. Oh my gosh, bro. Like the voice switching. You're startled back into the present. You didn't hear him coming. I needed some air. Here. Grab the key. What did the keys go to? Wait, grab the... Tony shakes the keychain close to your face. You don't really seem to have a choice and grab the keys. Have a choice? Sucker, I'm running out of there. What the... Is there something wrong with my Sierra? Oh, he wants him to take his car. No, it's not that. Today's sermon was intense. I need you to drive me and my Sierra. Sucker, you're the one that preached it, talking about it's intense. What about mine? Should I leave it here? Yeah, don't worry. Tomorrow a new driver joins the group. And we're going to use the barn for the baptism. A barn though? A new baptism? This soon? You stare at Tony looking for a sign. Nothing. It's not the first time Tony's had someone drive him in his car. But it's the first time he asked you. Let's hurry before everyone heads out. Nah, bro. Tony about to kill me, bro. You walk to Tony's Ford Sierra and get into the driver's seat. I'll sit in the back. Tony! See, I already don't trust you. First, you come up to me menacingly, not saying anything, just saying, oh, or just come up dangling the keys in my face. Second, bro, you're saying the sermon was intense. You were the one that preached it. And why you look like that dude from off of Baldi's Basics? Like, what? And then you're saying I'll sit in the back.
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
I'm telling y'all, Tony about to kill us, bro. Need to stretch my legs a bit. Do y'all see his face right now? He has a knife in his pocket somewhere, bro. He has a knife in his pocket. You turn the keys and hear the engine roar. Step on it, Boulder. Don't be shy. Why did he ask you to drive him? Yeah, cause this is his first time, right? Why not ask one of the others? Could it be because he found you near where the cars were parked and just wanted to hurry? And what was that about a new baptism? Wait, baptisms aren't supposed to... Based on what you've heard, neither candidate's ready yet. Okay, we're driving at night. Even though you try to focus on the road, you can't help but think that something is wrong. Something is wrong. This dude, Tony, is in the back seat smiling like, what? A doubt forms like a cloud in your mind. What does Tony know? What does he know, bro? He looks like he's hiding something, bro. I'm telling you, we can't trust Tony. Look at Tony in the mirror. Talk to Tony. Are you freaking serious right now? Look at him in the mirror. This dude about to transform into some SCP if I look him in the mirror. I'm about to talk to him. Tony, we don't have to chat, Boulder. Why is this dude named Boulder? What does he mean? Yeah, what do you mean we don't have to chat? Your hands sweat on the steering wheel. You try to calm down and think. Tony's voice came from behind the passenger seat. Now we got, look at him. I'm sorry. Tony must be lying down because you can't see him in the rearview mirror. That's not Tony. Now we're not looking over our shoulder while we driving. Even though you want to see what Tony is doing back there, you decide not to make any more suspicious moves. That's right, you keep your eyes on the road. Alright, turn on the radio. You don't know what Tony is doing back there, and he doesn't want to talk either. Music might help you think more clearly. You turn on the radio. Bro, get this mess off my... Static. That's weird. Turn to the right. Someone talking about politics, not what you're looking for. Yeah, I'm not trying to hear that. Turn it to the left. No static, let's turn it back to the left. Wait a minute. Oh! See, I was about to freestyle again. We feel some movement at the back. Yo, can we turn this down some? Oh my god. Turn this down some. Turn that down. Leave it there. Listen. You recognize the song and the chill runs down your spine. Wait, what song is it? It's an old blues song about betrayal. I like this. Stay on this station. You focus on the song's lyrics and everything falls into place. Tony knows. What does he know? He knows you infiltrated the Bahnsen Knights. Oh! He knows you're investigating what happened to Cooper. The son of a person just knows. So what would he do now? That's why he asked us to drive him, because he knows. He knows. Would he wait until he got out of the car and shoot you in the back of the head? You grip the wheel tight with both hands. Tony would never kill anyone inside of one of his Sierras. You think of your daughter, of Cooper, of the promise he made you that no one would ever fulfill. Boulder, the truck! Oh! Everything happened too fast. This dude got so sidetracked that he ended up crashing. And although Tony wasn't killed instantly, neither of you survived the frontal collision with the truck. So both of them died. What? Wait, I get to retry? Okay. We turn on the radio. Turn it to the right. Okay. Talking about politics. Let's turn it to the right again. Sports results. Okay, turn it more to the right. Okay, can't turn it no more. Leave it there, listen. Okay. Old blue song about, but change the station. Boulder, what are you doing? Sorry, but you know the rules of the Bahnsen Knights better than anyone. The driver chooses the music. Tony laughs and something about it calms you down. To the left? Wait, where's the beat at? Hey. One of your favorite songs comes on and you let go of the dial. You don't know if it's because of how Tony laughed when you mentioned one of the Bahnsen Knights' rules, or because you're listening to the first song you danced to with Eva. Okay, that's our wife, I'm assuming. Whatever the reason, you start to calm down. Before you know it, you're singing the song under your breath. Come on, Boulder. Louder! Pumped up by Tony's words, you start singing out loud. Okay. When you finish, Tony starts clapping. Listen, tomorrow's an important day for all of us. I move the baptism of the new driver forward because there's someone who's not going to be sticking around. The others were going to take care of him before going to the bar. Who was Tony talking about? For real, you need to give me some names. And what had this nameless driver done? Will they do to him the same as they did to Cooper? They killed Cooper? Again, this feeling of emptiness in your stomach. But let's focus on the positive. Tomorrow, you'll have your first real exorcism. Happy, Boulder? You try to smile, to hide the shaking in your left hand. The rest of the trip you do in silence. You know that you'll have to be more careful than ever if you don't want to be discovered. Then yeah, you can't talk too much, man. You can't talk too much. Danny. Is this an off-brand Denny's, bro? You park near the entrance of the bar, get out, and open Tony's door. Tony slaps you on the shoulder and smiles. You enter the bar. Tony nods towards the counter and winks at you. He then vanishes through the door in the back. Oh heck, and Danny's the beer is free for the Bahnsen Knights. Bro, oh my gosh, they just get everything. Old Danny had been one of the group's first drivers. After his tragic death, his son Kevin had taken over the bar. Y'all can't tell me that dude don't look like that pirate from Jake and the Neverland Pirates right now. Kevin despised Tony and his followers. But even with their differences, he upheld the agreements with the Bahnsen Knights. Does Tony know that Kevin spit in every glass of beer before putting it on the counter? Dude, I get you don't like them, but that's just disgusting. You hear someone swearing to your left and see a group of men walking away from the Glenlivet dartboard. The dartboard was Kevin's idea. Each customer is allowed to throw one dart a night, but not the Bahnsen Knights. Tony had taken care of that. Wait, why? The Bahnsen Knights can throw as many darts as they want. Oh. And try to make a Glenn's eye. I feel like if I go to the dartboard, Tony's gonna come out and say something. But Kevin probably saw me come in the door with Tony. I don't want him to spit in my drink. Let's go to the dartboard. A Glenn's eye is the highest score. The center of the dartboard. Whoever gets a Glenn's eye wins a shot of single malt whiskey. A Glenlivet. And it's customary for the winner to pour the shot of Glenlivet into their eye. Into their eye? Some alcohol, bro? Alright, take aim. Oh! I can shoot? Okay, throw a dart. Alright. Ooh, I was close. 50. Cooper used to say that to get a Glenn's eye, you don't need to think. Oh, so I was doing it wrong. That when you think, your mind tricks you into seeing things more simply than they are. You don't have to worry about aiming and visualizing an imaginary crosshair. All of those are just mind games. Crutches of the imagination. Dang, Cooper was perceptive. What you need is to wait for it and listen to your body. The body knows, Boulder. I actually want to put that into, like, account. Alright, don't think, the body knows, Alright. Dang. 30. Now let me throw another one.
The next day.
Yeah, we're getting a beer. You know he's not going to spit in your glass. Oh, so I could have just did that from the get-go. Kevin was Cooper's friend. And something tells you that Kevin knows you're nothing like the rest of the Bahnsen Knights. You finish your beer and stretch your back. You look over at the door in the back. There's something Tony said you can't get out of your head. Starting tomorrow, they'll let you join in the Holy Cross. You and your Ford Sierra will participate in the root exorcisms at last. Ooh, episode 2! Okay, so we're gonna do 2 episodes. You place your hand on your chest and suppress the burp before it reaches your mouth. You will adjust your seat and muster the strength to embark on another day. Okay, so this is morning and we're at home, I'm assuming, right? It's been over a month since your first exorcism. Oh, time skip. You don't know how much more you can take. You still haven't discovered what happened to Cooper, nor have you found the evidence necessary to incriminate Tony. Dang. I mean, some things take time. You lower the sun visor on the passenger side. View holy cards. View drawing. View holy cards. You gaze at the holy cards. Sometimes you wonder if the agency complicates matters unnecessarily. Each saint represents a specific area of investigation, and the holy cards serve as a means to communicate with your handler discreetly. Okay, view the drawing. Anguish constricts your chest. Neither heartburn nor the burning sensation in your esophagus troubles you anymore. Okay, so that's us on the right. That's the wife, I'm assuming, on the left, and that's obviously their kid. But dude, why is she bald? You experience a shapeless pain. A pain that doesn't cling to the body, but rather to the absence of anything. Ollie. You focus on the drawing, on those marks that still feel close to you. You are a part of a different life. You call Eva's laughter upon seeing how Olivia depicted you. Eva pointed to your belly, and you feigned off offense. You would scold her for mocking your child's artistic abilities. Eva will ask you to put Olivia to sleep, giving you a playful wink. And you will lull her to sleep, watching her fight the pull of slumber, aware that Eva awaited you in the other room. You shut your eyes and you believe you catch a glimpse of them. You start the car, knowing that the road numbs your consciousness. Bro, see, I like this little animation thing they have going on. Like, it's loops, and it's not the whole screen either, which is cool. Cooper once told you that he used to fall asleep listening to a tape of white noise on his Walkman. Dang, those things are old. It helped because white noise encompasses all the frequencies audible to humans. The perfect place for those voices that kept him awake to get lost in the crowd. Have you read Poe? Cooper held Edgar Allan Poe in high regard. You know what's crazy? Is we actually read something about Edgar Allan Poe last school year. And the teacher wanted us to tell us what it meant. Like, that junk was like some Romeo and Juliet type story from what I remember. I have no idea what it meant. And it felt like a personal affront every time you told him that you hadn't read him yet. You glance at the passenger seat. Would it be enough this time? The idea of using holy cards in the investigation, could it be more apt? After all, you perceive every communication with your handler as a prayer. You walk with great strides. What is that? You remember Eva. How she mimicked the rhythm of your walk and laughed while doing so. Oh, are those graves? There they are. Eva, 1954 to 1981. She was only 27, right? Olivia, 1978 to 1981. Dude, they died so young. It was your handler's idea. When you heard it, it seemed like a bad joke. You couldn't believe what she was proposing. Erecting the fake graves of your wife and daughter in a local cemetery. Oh, they're fake. Your handler said it was perfect as a cover. Your wife and daughter would have been killed in a road accident, which would explain your disregard for life and self-destructive impulses behind the wheel. Two desirable traits among the Bahnsen Knights. However, the true brilliance of the idea lay elsewhere, and that was to name them after your real wife and daughter. As an undercover agent, you will have no contact with them, and you could harness those genuine feelings of loss to make your cover more convincing. So they actually did die. You gaze at your daughter's grave, 1978 to 1981. Even though you know no one is buried. So they didn't die? I'm so confused. So at first I thought they died. Then they said it was a joke. But then they said, no, they said it was fake. And then they said something else. So I was like, okay, so they did die. Now we're saying they died. Well, they didn't die. Even though you know no one is buried there. The dates evoke a profound sadness, and you avert your eyes. You're aware your handler chose your daughter's grave for the exchange because that reaction is common to most people. It's difficult to confront the death of a child. Remember what each holy card represents. Examine available evidence. Select holy card. Let's remember what each holy card presents. Father Mario. Father Mario was a healing priest from La Matanza, Argentina. There's a famous phrase of his, "I am the guitar, God is a guitar player." The agency uses Father Mario's holy card to catalog the actions of Tony's acquaintances, and thus build a case against the entire hierarchy of the Bahnsen Knights. I have no idea what these holy cards do. All due respect, if any of y'all do this, let me know in the comments how this works, because I just don't know what the purpose is. I want to know what they do. Alright, Saint Canditan. Saint Canditan of Thien, patron saint of administrative officers. The agency uses his holy card to catalog accounting documentation. Mary Undoer of Knots. Mary Undoer of Knots is an allegorical representation of human difficulties. The knots symbolize those problems that the Virgin helps to unravel. The agency uses her holy card to catalog documentation that seems to have been forged or obtained illegally. Oh. Okay, let's go back. Let's exit, bro. I don't feel like reading all of this. You haven't assigned the evidence to the holy cards yet. Oh. The receipt is for 20 cans of red paint. You know that Tony paints huge crosses on his barns, and although the receipt is not evidence in itself to convict him, it could prove valuable to forensic accountants. To drive after the storm season and some security issues that followed the humanitarian crisis, the government issued a curfew prohibiting movement except for those with a special permit. How had Tony managed to get a permit issued in his name? Okay, so now we go back and we have to select the holy card that matches with the evidence. So let me go ahead and look back at the holy cards. Yeah, assign evidence. Oh! But that's accounting documentation, right? And I'm pretty sure accounting has to do with money, so we put this right there. You assign the evidence to the holy card. Okay, now I have to, and he got permission. Followed the humanitarian crisis, government issued a curfew prohibiting movement, except for those with a special permit. Okay, now let's go back. Healing priest. Actions of his acquaintances. Okay, so it's not him, because we're not talking about anybody but Tony. Let's look at what Mary is again. Human difficulties. Because it did say humanitarian something. Yeah, I think it's Mary. I think we assigned, yeah. You assign the evidence to the holy card. Now exit. Ooh, sure, I got a gold trophy from that. You leave the holy cards on the grave, and you retreat the way you came. Okay. Would the evidence stack up this time? Could you build a case with this new information? How much longer will you endure the Bahnsen Knights? However desperate you are to find out what happened to Cooper, you long to go home. You want to embrace them, kiss them, miss them so much. You yearn for Olivia to draw you, for Eva to laugh at you, to put Olivia to sleep, knowing that Eva is waiting for you in the other room. Oh, what happened? The Sierra gets in front of you. Dude, it's Tony! And you manage to brake at the last second. Freak you! Vincent smiles, and you barely stop yourself from stepping out of the car to punch the grin off his face. you think of Cooper and one of the exercises he taught you to survive as an undercover agent. So I see they're wearing like crosses, but they're upside down, but okay. It's a mnemonic trick. You have to imagine a sort of continuum for each person you interact with. Some sort of bar divided into 7 equal parts. Follow me, Boulder. Who the freak is this? You look at Vincent, and you can imagine that bar. The beginning of the bar represents full confidence. The end, total suspicion. The point where they are going to accuse you and discover your true identity. Well, we're at the end of the bar right now. You apply Cooper's trick to all the Bahnsen Knights, apart from Tony. With Tony, you never know where you stand, bar or no bar. You hear Vincent rev the car's engine. He wants to see us. Oh, heck no. You grit your teeth hard. And you take comfort in thinking that if the evidence is good enough this time, it won't be too long. It won't be long before you'll be back with your family. Dang. Alright, y'all, that's going to be it for today's video. Remember to like, subscribe with all post notifications, and I'll see you in the next one. Oh!